I lied about the baby being his, let him pay for everything, then told him the truth on his birthday. I really did that shit. Name's Kiara. I'm 26. And before you even start judging or whatever, let me just say, I ain't trying to be the villain in your little storybook, aight? I'm just telling you what happened. Real raw. And if I sound foul, it's 'cause life don't always be pretty, and sometimes, you just play the cards how they fall. Or how you throw 'em. So this all started, like, 2 summers back. I was still living with my cousin Neek and her baby daddy up on the 4th floor at Oakview Projects. We had the little 2-bedroom, they had one, I had the other, and I was working part-time at this salon off Ashland. Nothing fancy, just doing nails and brows, barely making rent, but I was cool. I always been a pretty bitch, I ain't even got a front. Niggas stay on my line, always trying to pull up, always trying to save me. And I let 'em think they could. That's how I met Dre. Dre was a square, honestly. But he had a car. And not like a beat-up Honda, like a clean-ass black Impala with tints, new tires, sound system thumpin'. He was 29, worked at some warehouse joint, always smelled like laundry and cologne. One of them good boys who ain't never been locked up and actually got good credit. I peeped his info one time when he ordered DoorDash and paid with some card that had his full name on it. Government type shit. I knew then he was the kinda dude you latch onto if you trying to breathe easy. We started talking. He wasn't my usual type, but I liked the way he made me feel safe. Like, he ain't never raised his voice, always texted back fast, and every time we linked up, he brought me something. Even dumb shit like a Slurpee or new lashes. Nigga was consistent. I ain't even have to ask. Now look, around the same time I met Dre, I was still messing around with Taekwon. Ty was the opposite. Street nigga. Loud, toxic, broke half the time but could dick me down like nobody else. We had history, like pull up to your mama house and fight your sister type history. It was messy, but it was familiar. I was never gonna take him serious again, but I couldn't let him go either. He had that grip on me. So yeah, I was seeing Dre, but still fucking Ty. And no, I wasn't using protection every time. Yeah, I know. Dumb. But I'm being real with you, this ain't no PSA. Couple months pass. I missed my period. I ain't panic at first, 'cause sometimes I be off a week or 2. But then I started feeling weird. Like, boobs sore, tired all the time, couldn't stand the smell of hot Cheetos. That was the red flag. So I grabbed a test from the corner store across from the church, peed on it in Neek's bathroom, and boom, 2 lines. Clear as day. I just sat there, like, damn. I ain't know who the daddy was. Timeline-wise, it could have gone either way. But I knew who I wanted it to be. Dre. Not Ty. No way. I needed stability, not street drama and gas station blunts. Plus, Dre was already calling me his girl and talking about moving in together. So I made a choice. I told Dre. Nigga dropped to his knees like we was on some movie shit. Said he gon' step up, be a father, give me everything I need. He started talking about getting a second job, saving up for a crib, all that. Me? I just sat there nodding, trying to keep my face straight while my stomach flipped. He told his moms, who was mad cool by the way. Miss Tanya started buying baby stuff like we already had a registry. Dre started bringing groceries to Neek's every weekend, paid my phone bill, even took over my portion of the rent. He was doing the most, and I was letting him. Now I ain't saying I ain't feel bad sometimes. Like, when he rubbed my belly and talked to it like it was his lil homie or something, yeah, that shit hit me a lil. But then I remembered Ty had just texted me a skin if I could loan him $40 for some real quick shit. So, sympathy gone. Fast forward a bit, we move in together. Little 2-bedroom on the east side, not too far from the freeway. It wasn't perfect, but it was clean and ours. Dre worked nights, so I had space to just chill during the day, scroll TikTok, post bump pics on IG with them captions like blessed and growing and can't wait to meet you, Lil King. Whole time, Ty still hitting me up. Talking about how it could still be his, how he wanna see me, blah blah. I kept dodging him. Had to. Couldn't risk the whole thing blowing up before I had shit locked in. But deep down, I knew I was on borrowed time. Then came Dre's birthday. I had nothing planned, for real. Been trying to stack what little I had 'cause Dre was covering everything. But he ain't care. He said, just you and the baby is all I need. I felt sick to my stomach, and not 'cause of the pregnancy. That night, he came home with pizza and wine, for him, and we watched Netflix. He kept looking at me all soft, talking about how this was the best birthday he ever had. And I snapped. Like, I deadass just blurted it out. Dre, the baby might not be yours. He stopped mid-bite. Just looked at me like I slapped him. I tried to explain, tried to say it was a mistake, that I was confused, that Ty don't even want nothing to do with me or the baby, but Dre wasn't hearing none of it. He ain't yell. He ain't even cry. He just got up, grabbed his keys, and left. I ain't see him for 2 days. When he came back, the energy was gone. Nigga ain't look at me the same. He ain't touch me, barely said shit unless it was about bills or the baby. And yeah, he still paid for stuff. Still showed up to doctor appointments. But it was like, he checked out. And me? I felt stuck. Ty found out a week later through one of them Facebook cousins. Now he back in my DMs like, I'd so what's good, he out the picture or nah? Nigga, I just blew up my life and you talking like this a game. A month later, Dre asked for a paternity test. It came back. Not his. He moved out that same week. I'm still in the apartment, struggling to pay rent now. Had to pick up shifts at this ghetto-ass nail shop that barely got AC. Neek trying to help when she can, but she got 2 kids and her own drama. The baby's here now. He's cute. Got my eyes. Ty pops in and out, brings diapers sometimes, but he ain't daddy material. And I knew that. I knew that from the jump. Dre blocked me on everything. His mama too. Took all the baby clothes she bought back to the store. Left me with nothing but a crib and some guilt. But the wild part? I ain't even mad at myself. I did what I had to do. Shit ain't play out how I wanted, but I ain't out here trying to be a single mom broke and alone on purpose. I just played the hand I thought would work. And lost. So yeah. I lied about the baby being his, let him pay for everything, then told him the truth on his birthday. And sometimes, I still scroll through his IG just to see if he happy. He is. That nigga got a new girl. She pregnant too. Hope it go better for her. So look, couple weeks after all that, I got real desperate. Like, phone off, baby got a rash I can't afford cream for, EBT balance damn near zero. I start hitting up everybody. My old sneaky links, my daddy cousin who owe my mama money from 2009, even some girl I used to braid for. Nobody came through. I was feeling real small. That's when I started thinking wild. Like, maybe if I caught Dre somewhere and had a moment, like fake an emotional breakdown or something, maybe he'd feel bad enough to help. I know it sounds messed up, hell, it was messed up, but I was thinking about survival, not morals. So I pulled up to that Walgreens I knew he used to stop at after work, posted up outside actin' like I was just passing by. It took 3 days, but I finally caught him walking in with his girl. I froze. He looked dead through me this time. No blink. No flinch. Just kept walking. And his girl? She looked me up and down, grabbed his hand tighter, and gave me this look like she already knew everything. I felt my chest cave in. I ain't say nothin'. Just turned around, walked to the bus stop, and cried behind my sunglasses like a clown. That was the moment I knew, it was over. Not just with Dre. with whatever future I thought I was building off a lie. I had to switch up. For real. So I started hustling a lil. Nothing wild, just braids in my kitchen, lashes when the baby napped. Neek watched him when she could. I made just enough to keep the lights on and start putting diapers on auto delivery. Little wins. And even though Ty still come around actin' like he playin' daddy, I stopped letting him in. Told him if he ain't bringin' no receipts or groceries, he can go kick it with whoever been leaking all his thirst traps. But you know what? Even now, when things get hard, I still catch myself scrawlin' Dre's girl page. She posts stuff like, "So blessed to be loved right the first time," with corny lil ultrasound pics. I be hatin' from my burner, no cap. And sometimes I think about tellin' my story online, like a PSA. Warning girls not to do what I did. But then I remember, nobody wanna hear the truth from the one who caused the mess. So instead, I stay low. I feed my baby. I hustle quiet. And I try not to think about the day he gets old enough to ask, "Where my daddy at?" 'Cause I got no good answer. Just a bunch of almosts. A few sorries I never said out loud. And a name I don't even say around him no more. That's part 2. And it still ain't the end. Alright, so look, it's been almost a year now. Baby close to 1. I'm still in that same little apartment on 87th, still got the same cracked tiles in the kitchen, still got that one burner on the stove that don't ever get hot. Life ain't changed in no dramatic-ass movie way. But things shifted. And I ain't even realize it until one day I was rockin' my son to sleep, and he reached up and touched my cheek like he knew I needed it. And that moment? That shit made me cry. Not loud or messy. Just that quiet cry where you feel it in your chest, like you've been holding your breath for months. Let me back up. Right after Dre dipped and Ty started actin' like Houdini, everything was a blur. I was straight up in survival mode. I ain't even processed what I lost 'cause I ain't have time to. Rent still due. Baby still need fed. Wipes, formula, Tylenol when he catch a fever, it was always something. I'd be in line at Aldi countin' quarters, hopin' my EBT don't get declined. But in the background? There was this voice in my head that kept sayin', "This show karma. This what you get." And maybe it was. Maybe I deserved all that struggle. But I ain't deserved to stay stuck in it. So I started moving different. First, I cut Ty off completely. Like for real this time. No texts, no late-night replies, no letting him come by with a "yo lemme see my son" line. Nah. If you ain't bringin' no formula, you ain't got no business here. I was done. Next, I started talking myself seriously. I turned my lash hustle into a real page. Got flyers made. Had this girl I went to middle school with take pics of my work and edit 'em all cute. I even did a back-to-school brow special to pull in high school girls. It worked. I started getting booked. Not crazy money, but consistent. Enough to stop dependent on Neek and stop feeling like a burden. I started taking better care of myself too. Ain't sayin' I went full IG baddie or whatever, but I started washin' my face again, keepin' my hair laid, wearin' clean clothes that ain't smell like spit up. That helped. Then out of nowhere, this opportunity came up. Neek's old friend was runnin' this daycare out they church, and one of the workers had to leave 'cause her baby daddy came back from jail actin' wild. So they had an open spot for a part-time admin. I jumped on it. Now let me be real. That daycare was ghetto. They had 3 kids for every 1 adult, snacks was off-brand, and that AC unit in the back room sounded like it was cuffing up demons. But it was mine. A job. A check. A chance to not feel like a whole disappointment. And it let me put my baby in daycare for free. That alone changed my life. I could breathe again. I could plan. I could nap. A few weeks into that job, this lady named Miss Rhonda pulled me aside. She liked this big anti-energy type, always wearing a head wrap and them orthopedic sandals. She looked at me and said, "You been through something, huh?" "I ain't even lie." I nodded. She said, "You still carry in it. But you don't gotta." Then she walked off like she ain't just drop a bomb in my spirit. That night I laid awake thinking about it. Was I still carrying all that? The Dre mess, the lies, the guilt, the baby daddy drama, all of it? Hell yeah, I was. I never let it go, 'cause I felt like I had to wear it to prove something. To punish myself. So I started writing. Nothing deep. Just thoughts. What I wish I said to Dre. What I wish I told Ty. What I want to tell my son when he old enough. Stuff like, I lied 'cause I was scared. I kept lying 'cause I was comfortable. I hurt good people 'cause I didn't know how to be honest without losing everything. One day, I read one of those lil letters out loud. My baby was sleeping, but it still felt good saying it. Then came the biggest surprise. Dre's sister hit me up. On IG. From her hair page. "Hey. Just wanted to say I hope you good. Dre mentioned you been holding it down. That's all." I stared at that message for a full 10 minutes. I ain't even know what to say back. Why was she reaching out? Did he tell her to? Was it a trap? Or maybe they was just checking in. I responded, short and sweet. "I'm trying. Thanks." She liked it. That was that. But it showed me something. People watching. Even when they not leaking your pics or commenting. They seein' how you move after the storm. And I realized, I had a chance to be a better example for my son. Not some perfect, got it all together mama, but a real one. One who admits when she fucked up. One who don't stay down forever. So I kept going. Started saving money in a lil cash envelope in my closet. Started dreaming about maybe going to school someday, maybe getting certified to open a daycare or a lil beauty suite. And then one day I was on the bus, rockin' my baby, when this random old lady leaned over and said, "You got a strong spirit. That boy gon' be proud of you one day." I smiled. For real. Not just to be polite. I felt it. So yeah. I lied about the baby being his. Let him pay for everything. Told him the truth on his birthday. But I ain't that girl no more. I'm still Kiara. Still 26. Still trying to figure it all out. But now? I tell the truth. Even when it's ugly. Even when it hurt. That's part 3. And maybe, just maybe, this time. It really is the beginning of something better.